What is up, guys? We got a fourth place deck profile here at the PS5 winning tournament here. What did you win, by the way, for fourth place for this? Actually, you had to be first place to win the PS5.
I was close, one round away.
So it was a single elimination tournament, and he was able to get all the way to round 6 without losing, finally losing out to Christian Sworn. So anyways, so Zombies still kicking alive in Edison format, and this guy's representing our zombie nation, I guess, for Edison format. So yeah, what is your match? What is your name, by the way?
Ulysses.
And where are you from?
Santa Ana. My locals is Card Addiction.
Nice. Yeah, and then what did you play throughout the day?
Round 1 was Diva Hero Beat. I beat him 2-0.
Nice.
Round 2 was a Reptilian deck. I beat him 2-0.
Reptilian with aliens?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Round 3 was Bayou Bayou Sworn.
Okay.
I beat that 2-0. Round 4 was Black Wings. It was 2-1. I won game 1. I lost game 2, and I won game 3.
Okay.
And then round 5 was Christia Sworn. I got wrecked. I did not win any games. So.
Okay, but were you? Oh, you didn't win a game against the Christian Sworn. Okay. Going forward, how would you approach the Fairy matchup, I guess, or Christian Sworn matchup? Or do you find that that's just unwinnable, I guess?
It's not unwinnable, but I don't think I drew the pieces that I needed from my deck. I kind of had a plan for it, but I don't know, it didn't work out today, I guess. So.
Yeah, I mean, you taught me something interesting about that matchup, but we'll go into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So let's go into your deck profile.
Okay. So it's Ultimate Offering Zombies. For my monsters, 3 of 3
Was
Kais.
this inspired by Beast Mode by chance?
I took some ideas from Beast Mode as well, and just a bunch of people who play zombies as well. Some was kind of my idea. Some other parts of the engine that I'll show is the signature with Paul. He's
Paul?
His Paul Tech from Card Addiction.
I see.
I'll explain that.
Sure.
So my 3-0s, and then 3 Pyramid Turtles. I'll show all the monsters, then I'll kind of explain it,
Yeah,
I guess.
please.
In a way. 2 Goblin Zombies, 1 Illblood, 1 Zombie Master, 1 Mizuki, 1 Plague, 1 Spirit Reaper, 2 Divas, 1 Dark Arm, 1 Morphing Jar, and 1 Sangan.
Okay.
So for the monsters, like Beast Mode's usually he likes 2 turtles and 2 Mystic Tomatoes, and I'll play Gale. But to me, what I like is just setting a recruiter game 1, trying to get Goblin Zombie, and then sack it for Caius, or just to get my main engine zombie going. I think my only non-main engine is the Divas, the Sangan, and this, but I'm just basically trying to find the missing pieces of my deck, and I just like Pyramid Turtle.
I see. So you don't want to go tomato, even though it does have application in your deck to go into Sangan.
It does, but I mean, besides that, Pyramid Turtle basically searches everything else, and then Sangan is just to try to find this other Diva hero.
That's the only reason why you play Sangan, that's supposed to. Okay.
That's mostly it, or to search the Goblin. I guess it's like another recruiter, I guess, in a way.
You want to explain Illblood a little bit? So why a lot of people have fallen off of Illblood as of late.
I was actually unsure of it. I hadn't played it, and then I kind of just put him in last minute. I played with him in the past, but I am running the Ultimate Offering in this deck, and what I figured out throughout playtesting it is that if I had a Pyramid Turtle and they usually attack into it, I get the Goblin, or if I open with Goblin, I just summon this. If they don't have anything, usually people just set 1 pass, and that's about it. So if I open these 3 cards, it's pretty much an OTK at that point.
Okay, so we'll go into the combo video after that if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I run a lure, so it's just another lure target if it does brick. And then usually if he is in my hand, I'll synchro for Brio, just pitch him as well. Bring him out with Mizuki. He's a good beater, just runs over Sirocco and stuff. This deck really can't out beaters without synchroing. So I just use him for a beater, or even tribute, just search, worst case scenario.
Got it. You want to explain the Morphing Jar? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So Morphing Jar, so this deck, it's the first round, and you open him. This deck does run a lot of traps.
I see.
So usually I'll open with 1 zombie and maybe 4 traps. I go first, set 4. Even if the opponent has Heavy Storm, good players are not gonna, most of the time, not blind heavy storm. It's never happened to me, at least until this point. And then they usually like maybe set one monster and set, and then I flip it, and then I just gain card advantage. And at that point, I pretty much have all the pieces I need.
Okay, so you wanted a win button in that scenario.
Like a win button, yeah, like a random cheat button. But also, it works better in zombies because even if you don't open it right away, like, and they see a turtle or a goblin, they're less likely to attack into the recruiter. So they'll just like pass until they pretty much like have an outtake because they don't want to set up my board. The ones I'll set jar, and then like I don't have anything to back it up, and then they'll just pass. And then on my turn, flip gain advantage.
Yeah, I like the tech, especially with the ultimate offering. Have you tried to set it in the battle phase on your opponent's turn?
It hasn't come up. The Kaya's ultimate offering has come up where I'll just like have this face up type position. They'll summon like, let's say black is the most popular thing. They'll summon Ashura, interrupt the chain, banish it, and then I get a free search.
Okay, sweet. Okay, and then you get a free search.
That's pretty much the monsters.
Very cool. And are you making the bottomless mistiming and torrential mistiming with the ultimate offering?
Yeah.
Are you paying 1,000 life points and stuff like that?
I had to. I hadn't played this offering build in a while, so I had to do like a refresher video.
Oh, I see.
The BK Kids Club, I think that's his YouTube profile. There's like a 25-minute video that kind of explains all the little niches with ultimate offering.
Oh, I see.
So it did actually. I don't think the mistiming part came up today.
I see.
I like to dodge bottomless and torrential. It came up yesterday in the tournament. I ended up doing like chain link 1, 2, 3, 4, summon 4 monsters, and he couldn't torrential. He did have the torrential.
Yeah.
The thing that came up with this one is when I have it face down set, my opponent had MST. I declare activation, only not paying life points.
Yeah.
So once it's face up, and he wasn't familiar with the ruling, so he didn't MST. So then I did pay 500. Then he chained the MST, but since it's already face up, I paid another 500 to make sure it went through.
Oh, so it was already resolved.
You can only chain on top of it once it's already active.
Yeah, once it's already active. Yeah.
Once it's already resolved.
I was about to interview that. I was like, yeah, they can't do that. But yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so he wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
So that's the only pretty much niche ruling that kind of came up with
Got it. Okay.
And then for spells, I just play 5.
Okay, so only 1 book of life.
Yeah, 1 book of life. I had it at 2, but it would brick a lot. Like if I draw it too early, like with this deck, you mostly rely on your opponent to kind of attack, so you can set up your board. So those monsters aren't going to really hit the grave right away. So I just did not want to brick on it.
Are you crashing your own zombies at some points of the game, or no, never?
It depends on the matchup and what my hand is, to be honest. Sometimes I would, and other times I just wouldn't. Like versus Black Wings, you don't want to crash into them, of course.
Yeah.
But like versus other decks, like you try to play like around Honest or something, like versus Light Swarms or Hero B, I would crash, and then I would get Ill Blood, then attack on top of it, and they don't really want to waste an Honest on an Ill Blood because at that point it's just a beater.
Yeah.
And then they're not really aware of it, and then it has to kind of go back to my turn in order to summon it again and resolve it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the spells. And then for the traps, 2 of was offering 2 deep prisons, 2 bottomless, 2 main deck compulse.
Okay, how did that treat you today?
I like the compulse a lot because with this deck, especially with like frogs, it could be kind of a hard matchup if they just like pitch special swap frog, or they try to like just get you a soul exchange. And I set a turtle, and if that's like the only monster in my hand, then it kind of goes downhill from there.
Right.
So sometimes I'll just want to save it, or especially if you're going against like Bayou Turbo, they set a hamster or Raiko.
Yeah.
And if I go first, like I'll have a monster set, and then I'll wait for standby because then I know their hand's usually weaker. So I'll compose the set, and then they gotta set it again, and then I have a Caius. So I run 3 Caius, so I'll banish it, and then they start to lose momentum. So you can use it both ways, offensively or defensively. Also with Spirit Reaper, when you have Spirit Reaper on the field, you're like attack declaration, and then they're kind of thinking on the set because they have a card face down.
Yeah.
And unless it's deep prison, they activate it.
Yeah.
Then I guess. But if they have like a hamster, then compose, then they miss the timing on the deep prison or any other reactive trap. It goes through, and then I have a shot to rip a card away.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I just like it. And then just Bayou Turbo is really popular. 2300 beater, just compose their monster. It doesn't hit the grave, so they don't have another play with Bayou and Sirocco.
That's a cool strategy. I like that.
It out-taps Elite Zero as well for free. So
1 card.
Yeah. It's just reactive, so I just like having like chainable stuff pretty much. Yeah. 'Cause they see that, and then they're not gonna want to blind MST or Dust Tornado. So, And my one is Mirror Force, Solemn, Torrential. One Scrap Iron, that was from Beast Mode. He runs two, but I like one. One Starlight, he runs two, I like one. And then Return. Most offerings don't run Solemn Judgment because you got to pay half your life points. But if I have the full combo and I don't have a Stardust out, sometimes I just want to like have that extra insurance. Or if I already have position, I'm just gonna Solemn the next normal summon or special summon.
Got it.
Brain Control, because if you're not able to OTK them, a lot of times they have like Brain Control, then they usually end up breaking your board. So you really gotta know how to use this card. You can't or it'll blow yourself out. It kind of does suck drawing it early. It's happened where I had to pay half my life points. But I would say maybe like 8 out of 10 times it ends up winning me the game.
It sucks to draw early. I'm surprised that you find that it sucks drawing early, especially with so many traps that you play. With Solemn, you can ensure that you can set all those traps and then be fine for the next few turns, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I've been learning how to play like around Heavy Storm and like MST and Dust Tornado. So I usually like also Trap Dust Shit, of course.
Yeah.
I run these. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So what I end up doing is I'll either just set one. So if they like blind MST or like Lila first turn something, I'll just chain it.
You would chain it?
Yeah, I'll chain it. Draw two.
Okay.
And then I get pretty lucky. I always end up drawing like the second one, or I end up drawing two. But then they see this and they're not gonna want to like blind MSC, Dust Tornadoes.
So you're training your opponent basically.
Yeah, so I'm training my opponent, and then I usually will have a real back row, and then they'll play into the real back row because they think it's not real. Yeah. So it's kind of like head games, you know. I'm trying to go for the head games.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're the second zombie player to tell me that zombies is a head game.
It is a head game.
Deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scrap Iron was really good. I had it at 2, but I wanted to keep the deck at 41, so I had to cut the Scrap Iron. And I put the third Kai's instead of the Scrap Iron just because I wanted to see it more often. I felt like at 2 I wasn't seeing it. And then Reckless also helps out, so you see your offerings more earlier in the game. It also helps out of find any of your rest of your combo pieces that you're not able to find early on. A lot of times you'll draw just the Pyramid Turtle and you have everything else, but you want your Goblin Zombie. So it'll help search your Goblin Zombie, it'll help search your Diva. Maybe you just need an out like a Kai is. Like earlier someone had a Consecrated Light versus I think it was round 3.
Yeah.
Now my monsters were dark. I Reckless. I drew into my Mizuki, which is a nerd, so I was able to attack and then just run over. And also, if you're just behind in tempo, sometimes you just need to find the out.
Yeah.
Or if your hand's really broken with like offering, once you do the offering and you thin out your deck with all the zombies, you're just gonna get like pure stuff to like basically defend your board or blow out your opponent.
Got it.
So that was my game plan.
Hey, I love the thought process behind the Reckless Greed. Being able to outside of cards like Consecrated Light.
Yeah, a lot of the time it ends up working every once in a while. Maybe if I just see one activated, I do tend to get Reckless locked for the 2 turns, which kind of does suck. But I mean, if you're already losing the game at that point, you might as well risk it to try to find the out.
Got it.
But you do got to know kind of how to use the card as well, depending on what your hand is. Sometimes I'll just set it there and like wait 2-3 turns, and I'll mix it around with.
If you don't feel pressure to die, don't flip it.
Basically. So you gotta know how to use it.
Got it. So that's a 41 card deck. Not bad.
Trap Dust Shoe was 41
card. Okay.
It's just too strong. And we'll go into the extra deck. 5. Can't really make these too often, but they're just there. Brain Control or Spirit Reaper Sengen. 6s. Lambo.
Nice.
He's the extra 6. Sometimes if I don't want to waste Goy or Brio, I'm just trying to ladder climb into an 8. I'll just sync it with him. Every once in a while it does come out, especially with Raiko. You know, trying to piercing. Black Rose, it's really hard to make Black Rose, but I did do it though. Brain Control, Sirocco, and then Devo or play. And I do play 2 Stardust because I run the Starlight Road, and then with No Blood it just makes it easier to make the level 8. It comes up more often. I know Beast Mode said it, have 1, only run 2 Starlight Road, but it's too good. It comes up more often.
Also Doom Kaiser.
Yeah.
Doom Kaiser can go into level 8.
And then Thought Ruler, Red Dragon, Colossal, Darken, and Mistworm. No Chimera type, because I don't play Cyber Dragon in the sideboard.
Yeah, might as well. Maximize your synchros. Have you thought about the benefits of the pros and cons of Instant Fusion?
I did. I was actually playing that build. I could maybe see myself playing one instant fusion, but then
You have to cut on the extra
I
deck.
had to cut something, and then yeah, it just interferes a lot with the extra deck as well.
Yeah.
It's already tight enough, so maybe that's possibly something I'll start testing in the future.
Sure.
I play the instant version just by itself with like 2 or 3, but it's just not my play style. I don't really like it, and it just loses too hard royal pressure. That's kind of like Bioturbo was really popular, so that's why I want to play the ultimate offering build, because it's you synchro, but at the same time like you have outs to royal pressure.
Yeah,
You have
Kaius.
Kaius,
Kaius,
triple
yeah.
Kaius. That's why I wanted to maximize on Kaius.
Got it. That makes sense.
And then you'll see my side deck.
Let's see it.
It kind of plays around it as well. So, double breaker, same thing. There's a lot of Vayu Turbo, Blackwing going on. And then I never side out the ultimate offerings. And then it just has synergy with ultimate offering. Or I'll summon this, pop their back row, or pop the royal oppression, and it gets normal summon. It's above 1500, so you don't lose to deck devastation virus anymore. So you start setting out like all your not all your recruiters, but like your weak monsters and stuff. You leave the main engine in, and then compulse as well. You compulse your own monster. I leave it in there, and then summon it again. Pop the other back row, and then once the back row is gone, then I do my full combo.
What monsters are you siding out for bigger than 1500 monsters? Are you siding out not Plague, but Diva?
No, I actually don't side
Reaper.
out Diva. It's usually Sangan,
Reaper.
1 to 2 turtles, depending on what it is.
And then like one more, maybe a spell. Do you take out Book of Life?
Morphine Jar. If the
Okay.
matchup's not good or they already saw it, I side it out.
Oh, I see. But if they don't see it, you're siding out Book of Life maybe against?
Book Alive, yeah, exactly. I side out Book Alive versus like.
I don't know if you play Call of Haunted.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah, I set up Book Alive, and a couple of traps here and there.
Okay. So 4 for 4 basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
And Book of Life. Okay,
yeah.
sure.
Also Dyna, 1 Crow, and Grand Mode. Grand Mode just has a lot of synergy with Ultimate Offering. You can
Yeah.
activate on their battle phase, and basically, they're not going to want to keep attacking into it.
Especially without zero.
It also helps out like versus decks that set when you have offering. You'll summon your actual monster and then pay 5. You attack the set. Now it's back. Now you attack, and you basically lock them so they can't set it.
They can never set it.
Yeah, and then Fossil Dyna, it comes in during certain matchups like. This is like Amaryllis, it's just a blowout. Battle phase, offering, set, attack, blow up the whole field. Also, like, if I have it in hand and offering's already up, and I already have my established board, this will be the last card to summon, so I can attack for game over Gore's battle phase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that comes up. And then
That's
just
a
the one,
finisher.
and then just the 1 Crow. I don't really want to see it too much or break too much on it.
Yeah, you want to search it with Sangan, basically.
Yeah, search it with Sangan if I don't side him out. But then I also run the second Book Alive.
There you go.
If I'm not playing Blackwing or Vayu Turbo, I bring this in and this in.
Yeah.
'Cause
Real
this
good
is-
against frogs, I'm sure.
Yeah, frogs. Machina Fortress, if they go first, they're usually special because they want to pressure. So they're like turn 1, they'll Gear Frame Machina Fortress, get rid of their other fortress or whatever they pitch, and then.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
I like this card a lot. Double Lightning Vortex.
Yeah, second person to see that in zombies, for sure.
Yeah, I had it at 1, and then last minute I put 2 just because I really wanted to see it. There's just decks like Amaryllis, Chrysia Sworn, Light Sworns. Like they usually bring in Roy Decree games 2 and 3. So this deck runs a lot of traps.
Yeah, I can tell.
I don't remember exactly how many traps are in there. I think it's like 18.
18.
So what I end up siding now is like the bad cards versus those. That's like deep prisons. You don't want to see those. So I'd rather have these in there. So you don't lose. So your whole deck doesn't get shut off. And then add some synergy as well. Just like if you need to set up your grave for like Book Alive, pitch a zombie,
Vortex, yeah.
Mizuki, Plague Spreader.
Okay.
That just breaks their board. Not many people are playing Starlight Road in those decks either way, so they don't.
Yeah.
They don't respect it.
Outing Vanity Scene is good too, as well.
Or Absolute Zero for free.
Absolute Zero,
I do play the 1 Twister.
Okay.
Because like I said, this deck runs a lot of traps, so you don't want to lose to Roy Decree.
Yeah.
So this is like another out on top of the breakers, but also it's good versus Bayou,
And
Royal
Royal Decree.
Oppression,
Royal Decree as well.
Royal Decree, some builds with it, and then Black Links, the Whirlwind or the Royal Oppression. If you don't have your MST or your Dust Tornado.
So that's always going against Black Holes.
Yeah. Zombie World and Soul Release. Soul Release is like for like Christia Sworn decks that like just they mill a lot, so usually they'll overcommit and just to get a fair shot, I guess, of slowing them down.
Yeah.
Because sometimes this deck, if you don't open offering, sometimes it takes a while to set up. So that was my idea between the Reckless Grease to try to get all my combo pieces together because it is a combo deck.
Yeah, it is a combo.
Yeah.
Zombies is a combo.
Yeah, and then Zombie World, it comes in against Frogs and against Amaryllis. It's really good.
Oh yeah, because they can't bring out their. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well,
Even Miracle Fertilizer can shut up by this.
Miracle Fertilizer.
And fairies.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, because fairies require. I mean, Christia requires that you have
Yeah,
four
four
fairies in the graveyard, and if you activate Zombie World, you can just shut it off.
And then my two traps, Deck Devastation and Dust Tornado.
Okay, one of these.
Yeah, Dust Tornado I just wanted against Black Wings, another out for the Whirlwind and Oppression. And then Deck Devastation, this is the 15th card that I'm unsure. I might change this, but I'm not really sure what else to change it to.
I see.
I didn't resolve it at all today. I have at locals, like I'll summon out Kai's, they try to bottomless it and then do this.
JDDB.
Or you could, if you do draw it, bring it out with Turtle, Illblood.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
like
that's
4
right.
targets.
That's very cool that you can synergize the deck devastation powers with
so you can
Illblood.
basically turn it on when you want, as long as your opponent attacks into the turtle, or if you really
you
have
crash.
to, I guess, crash into it.
Yeah.
And then just random 8 level synchro in if you need to go for Dark End, or you already activated effect,
Got it.
or they attack into a deep prison, just chain this. It's mostly like for fairies and like unfair matches, Bio Turbo as well.
Quick draw.
Yeah. So that's basically it.
Hey, well, thank you so much for the innovation that I've never seen Reckless Greed be used in zombies before.
Yeah.
And you telling me that it's a combo deck tells me that we should be playing Reckless Greed as a zombie player, so that you can see your combo pieces and pop off essentially.
Yeah, a lot of people say play Yada, but it's just one card, and I mean, if you have 2 Reckless, you draw 4, and then you only skip 2 draw phases. Usually I'll end up drawing the 3rd one, activate at end phase, it resets at 2, and I have 6 cards now, and then you're just card advantage, basic Yu-Gi-Oh! At that point.
Yeah, so before we end the video, I would like to see some of the combo videos with Illblood that enables your OTK. So we'll shoot.
I don't think I know it at the top of my head, so I might misplay it, but I'll
Okay.
try to show you guys.
Yeah, show me the
It's
best you
a
can.
complicated deck. Like I said, I haven't really played this offering build deck too long, so
Yeah. Give me the bare basics combo where you can OTK your opponent.
I might mess up the line, so
Take your time.
So it's I believe it's offering, Goblin, and if you have Illblood, it's I guess Diva kind of works as well, but I mean everybody pretty much knows the Diva build already.
Yeah, the Diva.
So if you have offering and then Goblin Zombie, you tribute, the effect triggers. Then you're gonna search Plague Spreader. You're gonna normal summon it again.
Yeah.
Special. Pay 5. Normal summon this. Get 6. And then trigger. You go for Bryonek.
Yep.
Bryonek.
You want to put Bryonek in there? Okay, perfect. So you make Bryonek next to the Illblood. Okay.
Bryonek.
Search for the Mizuki.
Search for Mizuki. Pitch. Activate.
What are you bouncing back? Are you bouncing back an opponent's card?
Either opponent's card, or if you have an extra card, just
Oh, okay. So you need another card in
Yeah,
this combo essentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I said, I'm still learning it.
Yeah, that's
So,
fine. That's fine. We'll learn together.
Yeah, so I think there's that.
And then you banish from Mizuki.
Banish Mizuki. Let's see, what do you bring out?
Top deck for play kind of thing.
Yeah, top deck for play. Bring that out. Do a 6.
Goyo Guardian. or I don't know.
Go your Guardian, yeah, and then
Search.
you search last card, which
Yeah.
would be Zombie Master.
And this is
And-
8,000 damage here?
It's more than 8,000.
51, yeah, this is over 8,000.
Yeah, it's 51.
Okay.
Yeah, this is 8,000. No, it's 79, and then I think
Yeah.
it's 10K.
Over 8,000, yeah,
Yeah, over 8,000. And then
Very
if you
cool.
have an extra card, I guess you could pitch, get Goblin Zombie out.
yeah.
There's more crazier combos.
But that's
you
the
have certain
that's the
pieces
most
in
basic
it, but
one.
That's
that
the
you
most
can-
basic one. I know I
Okay.
probably messed it up somewhere, but
No, you didn't. You didn't
I
mess
think
up.
that's the bread and butter. But
Yeah. As long as you know
Yeah.
that combo, I think that's enough for
Yeah.
OTKing, right?
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the combo video, the small combo video, as well as the insightful deck profile for combo zombies, essentially.
Yeah, someone should make a combo video, but it's not gonna be me. 'cause,
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
still
help
learning.
you. I'll help you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I'll see you next time.